911, what is your emergency?
Yeah, my name is Tom Johnson. I'm a screenwriter.
Sir, this number is for emergency only.
I know this is for emergencies only, but just hear me out. I'm a screenwriter. I'm a good screenwriter. Actually, I was nominated for 2 Oscars at the beginning of the 90s. Then I kind of like fell off track a little bit until I signed a contract with Sinai Productions. It was a film company that back then we were making one film out of another after another. I wrote about 11 films for them. The most famous one being Assault Angels. I don't know, 2. I mean, I don't know if you never heard of that, but I guess that's not important. But anyway, then all of a sudden, Sinai closed their doors up, and I was out of a job. Me and my friends decided to open up a creative writing school. And then a few years later, the creative writing school opened, and then it closed, and I once again find myself not knowing what I was going to do. I didn't know what I was going to do with the rest of my life, actually. And then one day I got home and I got a message from Richard Thorpe, who was my contact at Sinai. And he said he wanted to talk to me. He said the Sinai was getting back on their feet, and maybe they had a place for me. And he gave me an appointment in a park, which I thought was kind of weird, but at the time I thought, well, hell yeah, I can do that. So I went and I was talking to Thorpe, and he told me that Sinai had all these big investors, had these big names, had these big projects working out, and that they were interested in me coming and working with them. No more of those those B movie, warmongering B movies. And so I said, yeah, hell, I'll do it. I'll work with you guys. So he said, we left each other, and he said he'll get back to me in a couple of weeks. About 3 weeks later, I got this package in the mail with my first script assignment. And it was for this up-and-coming Hollywood action star. It was for an action movie, big budget, the classic thing, the hero saves the world, gets the girl, and comes to terms with his inner conflicts and things like that. And so I started immediately working on it. And I said to myself, I need something big. I need something, spectacular. And I got to work on it, and I wrote 3 or 4 short scripts about what could possibly be the plot of this movie. And then I called Thorpe back, and he came over to my place, and we started talking about it. We looked at him, and we decided on one of these 3 plots. And the bad guy, the villain, was this kind of like holy Muslim man who was very charismatic, very rich, very, very well educated, and he wanted to wage war on the West by organizing simultaneous attacks on the United States. So we started talking about the feasibility, about what we could, how we could make this believable and things like that. And it came down to it was, how much money, how much training would it take to get terrorists to be able to hijack 4 airliners and fly them into the World Trade Center, the White House, and the Pentagon. And then in the sequel, it was going to be the hero was going to get revenge on the terrorists and help the FBI, catch the bad guys and all that. And now I'm in my hotel room and I'm watching TV, and the script that I wrote for a Hollywood blockbuster film is being played out live on CNN.
Looks like 6, 7 floors were taken out, and there's more explosions right now. Did you see what happened, sir? Did you see what happened? What happened?
Well, I was in the past train, and there was a huge explosion sound. Everyone came out. A large section of the building is blown out, around like the 80th floor.
Was it hit by something, or was it something inside?
It was inside. Because it looked out, everything was coming out. All the windows were coming out, all the papers were
What is on the sidewalk?
I didn't see anything.
Was there any people hurt, do you know?
I just ran, and everyone in the past train just ran. I don't know if anyone was hurt, but I assume they were because of the windows.